The Rush Center providing center stage for championship night here at the WIAA State Girls Basketball Tournament. Hello, everyone. Welcome inside now as we begin our Division II championship game. Two familiar foes. We've seen this before. Pewaukee taking on Notre Dame. It's the third year in a row these two have met for the Division II state title. Hi, everyone. I'm Scott Emmerich along with Michelle Poplinski. We're so excited to bring you tonight's championship game. First of all, let's talk about Notre Dame. They have big winners over Wauwatosa East the other night. Balanced scoring as we check out our Menards points of the game. Brought to you by Menards. Save big money at Menards and all your home improvement needs. They have 5 players in double figures.
Very rarely does this graphic include 5 players, but Notre Dame isn't a typical team. They have balanced scoring up and down the roster. A lot of opportunities.
Head coach Sarah Rohde leading the Tritons in here as they try to win their 4th state title in a row. Pewaukee, on the other hand, they were big winners over West Salem on Friday afternoon as well. And the Terrian sisters were at it again, Michelle.
They were, and Anna Terrian was the one that came up with over 60% shooting on Friday. She had 63% from the three-point line. All 3 of these players can score a lot of points in a short period of time.
Well, Notre Dame has won the last 2 state titles against Pewaukee. Here's the 3rd try at it. Notre Dame trying to become the first school ever to win 4 straight state titles. Tip-off coming your way right after this timeout. A word from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. Inside, goes corner, and a 3-ball, pushes it up ahead. Here's Rudo to the back.
How do you describe how connected this team is?
It's awesome. I mean, we work on it all the time in practicing, working on creating, and just getting open shots for our teammates. It's not all about us, and I think that's huge for our team, especially just to be able to play like that on such a big stage.
It sounds good, but we still got a goal to finish. Hungry? We had 36 minutes. We had 36 more minutes, so we're proud about that.
It's a credit to these two, their leadership and our culture.
Baie Terrian, nice bounce pass to Chabot. Keeper, the steal, and the score. Baie Terrian, 5-7. Terrian for 3. Oh, my!
Potato, your team had 23 assists today. You set a state record. How much more fun is this game when you're sharing the ball, everybody gets involved?
Yeah, I mean, it's way more fun. That's why we win. We win as a team, we lose as a team, but we pass the ball. We're all unselfish, and this is how we score 82 points in a semifinal game, but this is also how we win.
That's the 3.
It's special being a senior, and this is what we worked all year for, so just got to leave it all on the floor.
Peyton this time driving, gets the bucket.
We have to play our A game for sure. I mean, they're such a tough opponent, and they have a lot of weapons, so we have to be ready.
Transition bucket for the Tritons.
Good evening and welcome to the Rush Center for the Division II State Championship game between the Pewaukee Pirates of the Woodland West Conference and the Notre Dame Tritons of the Fox River Classic Conference. And now for tonight's starting lineups. First for Pewaukee at guard, a 5'8" sophomore, number 15, Kylie Pieper. At forward, a 5'8" sophomore, number 23, Giselle Janowski. At guard, a 5'9" junior, number 33, Kennedy Rutherford. At guard, a 5'9" junior, number 43, Amy Terrian. And at forward, a 5'9" junior, number 45, Anna Terrian. Pewaukee is coached by Jim Reuter. And now tonight's starting lineup for the Notre Dame Tritons. At guard, a 5'8" senior, number 10, Trista Veda. At guard, a 5'8" senior, number 11, Sydney Whitehouse. At forward, a 6' sophomore, number 13, Kyle Waldrop. At guard, a 6' junior, number 20, Peyton Musial. And at forward, a 6' senior, number 24, Gracie Gresh. Notre Dame is coached by Sarah Rohde. Tonight's officials are Fritz Richter from Waukesha, Tommy Williams from De Pere, and Terry Verstrade from Kiel.
Here are your starting lineups, brought to you by Construction Business Group and Destinations Career Academy, preparing students for a rewarding career as a Wisconsin operating engineer. Pewaukee, keep in mind, still a very young squad. They don't have a senior in their starting lineup. Notre Dame has 3 seniors in their starting lineup, all of them with plans to play at the next level. We'll be talking a lot about that as the game goes on. Michelle, we were talking earlier, these are 2 teams that not only know each other very well, but play similarly.
Absolutely. I had to make sure I was looking at the right notes this year because we've had this game now a couple years in a row, and it just seems like it, no matter what the road looks like on the way here, it always ends with these 2 teams in Division II.
They opened the season against each other. Pewaukee beat Notre Dame 60-52 in that one. So now the season comes full circle here at the Red. And we are underway with Notre Dame, the opening possession. Double team up top by Feta and a turnover. Rutherford headed the other way. Anatarian.
That is a huge defensive opportunity for Pewaukee. Notre Dame does not make a lot of mistakes on offense, so to force a turnover right after the tip, that has to be feeding into some confidence for the Pirates.
Keeper cut off by Feta. And now they swing it around to Anatarian, driving the lane, scoop off the mark. Feta comes out of there with it. Triton's on the run. Both these teams very high scoring, averaging over 80 a game. And here's Gresh off the mark. Long rebound coming out to Waldrop, and a reload for the Tritons.
Early in their game on yesterday, seems like farther away, but the semifinal game yesterday, they really established that inside presence with Waldrop. Look for them to try to get it to her again.
There's a steal by Amy Terrian. Up ahead, it is Pieper, and she draws the foul. So that'll send Kylie Pieper to the free throw line.
She is so fast up the court. This Notre Dame team is very fast, but Kylie beat them all up the court.
Pieper, just a sophomore, averaging 7.8 a game. She had a really nice game against West Salem yesterday, though. 10 points and 4 steals. Pewaukee grabbing the early lead.
Yesterday, Notre Dame had the lead the entire game other than an initial tie-up at 2-2, but we'll see what happens here.
Another turnover, the 3rd already here in the first minute and a half for Green Bay Notre Dame. Amy Terrian left open for 3. Rebound, though, by Rutherford.
And second-guessed that one just a little bit. She kind of shuffled her feet, didn't get balanced down, but Rutherford keeping the possession alive.
Janowski misses wide right on her 3-point attempt. So an empty possession for Pewaukee. Have you seen anything different from Pewaukee defensively that's forced these early 3 turnovers?
They are really looking to make sure that everything is tough into Waldrop. And I think, that's going to start with perimeter pressure. And Gracie Gresh being so long on the perimeter, when she gets a chance to feed the post, it's hard to stop her.
Yeah, that was an excellent entry pass that time. Amy Terrian, down the hedge and goes.
For her, she didn't second guess it. She didn't shuffle her feet or think about it. When her feet are set, that's the reason she's a 58% three-point shooter.
Waldrop kicks it back out. Usual.
They're just getting deflections on everything. It's nothing different, but against Notre Dame, it looks different. Teams don't do this to Notre Dame very often.
Yeah, they've already forced 4 turnovers here in the early going. Jump ball, possession arrow to Pewaukee.
Love how Pewaukee always comes together after a good situation on the court or any dead ball situation, and they just kind of really refocus. They are very, very connected as a team.
Turn off the handle, hit the deck, still loose on the floor. And a jump ball this time, possession arrow to Notre Dame. You look at Pewaukee head coach Jim Reuter in his 6th year as head coach at Pewaukee.
Anna Terrian drawing that matchup inside, just being real physical before Waldrop has the ball. They've got to make sure they have backside help, though, because she's coming across.
And that's an offensive foul on an illegal pick by Waldrop. Two team fouls now on Notre Dame.
This is the first time they're getting a chance to really extend their pressure. This is what has really made teams struggle all year. They get so many points off of their full court press.
Janowski takes it coast to coast with the left hand. And the sophomore extending Pewaukee's lead to 5.
Doing just a great job being physical.
And a little too physical for Waldrop. That'll be her second foul within the last 30 seconds. So now a decision time for Sarah Rohde with 2 quick fouls on Waldrop. We're going to take a timeout and let everybody think about it for a moment. Here's a word from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. So much respect between these two programs, and so much so that they schedule their season openers against each other. Take a look at this screen here. A couple years ago, they opened the season against each other. Notre Dame won that one. The last 2 state title games have gone to Notre Dame, 68-54 in 2022 and 64-49 in 2023. So even though Pewaukee has won a couple of regular season matches, they'd love to take the gold here today.
Coach Rohde is really trusting Waldrop as a defender. She has 2 fouls, and she's got her on Amy Terrian. She also had her at the top of their press.
3 ball, and it's Terrian again, her second of the game.
What you're looking at is a physical move inside. How they're defending her is they're bodying her up a little bit before she has the ball, working really hard to swim move, get around her. Waldrop just has to be careful not to kind of give a little bump with her arm. She showed her hands perfectly there, setting that screen. Officials clearly watching for that contact inside.
Turn it over. Rutherford headed the other way. Kick it in the corner. 3 ball from Pieper. Waldrop with the rebound, and that'll be a foul, and a Terrian.
Pewaukee does a really great job of putting ball pressure out on the perimeter and making that post-entry pass so hard. They know they're undersized. It's nothing new to them. Every team that they match up with, Coach Reuter said, it feels like we're constantly undersized. They were undersized versus West Salem, but they just, it's a mentality for them. They don't worry about it. And they forced 5 steals tonight. And Notre Dame's known for steals. Pewaukee's had 5 steals to 1 steal by Notre Dame.
Usual offensive foul. Here's another look at the Anna Terrian holding her ground in the lane, drawing the offensive foul. Now here comes the full court pressure. Pewaukee's on an 8-0 run.
Again, Waldrop has to be careful. She can't come over and jump that with that trap as much as she would like.
And that's going to be a jump ball, possession arrow to Pewaukee. Krista Feta doing a nice job getting in there.
She is such a tenacious defender. She averages almost 5 steals a game. She's just always moving. It feels like she's grown up on the state tournament court. She's been playing up here since she was a freshman. This would obviously be hers and Gracie's 4th straight championship game.
Yeah, some of these seniors made their state tournament debuts during that COVID year when the state tournament was split between La Crosse and Oshkosh. And so a lot of experience for these 2 teams on the state tournament floor. And that's going to be a reach-in on Paige DeMullen, who's just checked in. Waldrop having a seat now for Notre Dame with those 2 fouls.
If you look at the minutes logged by this Notre Dame team, they really do play their starting 5 the majority of the games. So having to go to their bench a little bit earlier than normal throws a few things off, but they're such a well-oiled machine as a program that they don't drop off too much.
Rutherford kicking it back out to Anna Terrian. Crash on her. Now here's Amy. Cutting to the basket, Janowski. Got it to go.
Such an athletic move to the rim. Just timed it perfectly.
It's a 10-0 run now for Pewaukee as Notre Dame is working on a scoring drought that's over 3 minutes long until that. What a shot. Sydney Whitehouse.
Sydney Whitehouse did a great job of initiating the contact and just drawing it and finishing through it. Amy Tarian was just trying to veer her offline, but she did catch her with her hip there. And it's an and-one situation.
Whitehouse, one of 5 players averaging double figures, and now a battle for her own rebound. Jump ball, possession arrow for the Tritons. So another chance to break into that Pewaukee lead.
I think this officiating crew is going to get a lot of practice with hustling to the spot of the contact, because honestly, these teams, their tie-ups and their fouls are going to be so hard to decipher. They both play so hard, both go for the ball. Now Gresh is inside with Waldrop on the bench. They're posting up Gresh.
And yet another turnover. Very uncharacteristic for the Tritons. On the drive, Rutherford. Puck right in.
You can tell Pewaukee's game plan is to put pressure on the rim for Notre Dame to really make them defend them at rim height, that's really gutsy for a team that is undersized. It shows a lot of just heart and grit.
Here's Gracie Gresh with Janowski on her. Backdoor cut off the fingertips, and it will stay with Notre Dame.
Again, when Gresh gets a chance to get out to the perimeter as the point guard, she has such amazing post-entry passes and has the length to go over the top of everything Pewaukee's trying to bring with ball pressure.
Gresh on the inbound, throws it away. That's already 10 turnovers for Notre Dame. Here's Anna Tarian. Long rebound, Peeper. Knocked out of bounds. That will stay with Pewaukee. Some contact there, but no call. We play on.
That's the kind of game this is going to be from start to finish. This is how it is every time these two teams match up. They go hard.
But 10 turnovers in the first 6 minutes in this one, Michelle. I bet you there are games where Notre Dame doesn't have 10 turnovers for an entire game.
Oh no, they average 5 to 6 turnovers a game. They have a very secure team on offense.
So this is really an anomaly.
Pewaukee can do that to you, though. They bring just tough-nosed defense that's going to get after you, get in your face, kind of just make everything a little bit harder.
Janowski, she had 12 points against West Salem in that semifinal win. Battled some foul trouble, but coming into this tournament, she had scored at least 21 points in her previous 5 games.
She's been a really nice addition to Pewaukee.
The turnover battle, not even close, and if you're Sarah Rohde, that's not the side you want to be on.
No, and especially when it turns into points off of turnovers, which you see at Pewaukee with 11 points off turnovers and the Tritons not with any. That's kind of contradictory to what their typical game plan is. They're usually the team turning ball handlers over and turning those into full court advantages.
Usual beautiful dish inside the Whitehouse.
Nice little extra pass there.
Anna Tarian long on the three-pointer. Tritons on the run. This is Feda. Spinning in the lane. Rebounded by Opie, and then a foul. Peeper, I beg your pardon, had the rebound. And we're going to take a timeout with Pewaukee leading. Here's a word now from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. The 2024 WIAA Basketball Championships are brought to you by the Dairy Farmers of Wisconsin, reminding you to look for the Proudly Wisconsin badge to know you're getting the best quality and supporting local dairy teams. Dairy farms, Michelle.
Hey, if you're on a farm, you're a team of people running that farm. So I think they're okay with that.
Thanks for covering for me there. Now Peeper, eyeing up a three. Gresh on her. Dump it inside. Janowski, nice left hand.
They put a lot of attention on what Amy Tarian was going to do, and Peeper was making them nervous on the baseline corner because she was so good from there the other night as well. So that allowed Janowski to just kind of sneak behind.
The lead is 11. Here's Gresh looking inside. Now Mutual.
They can post up, Notre Dame can post up anybody inside. So when they feel like they have a mismatch or a defender that is going to struggle a little bit guarding the post, they'll run them inside and run everybody else out on the perimeter. But right now, Pewaukee's showing them they have everybody ready to defend the post. There isn't anybody that looks uncomfortable inside defending the paint.
Whitehouse looking for a cutter. Goes back door. DeMullen back over to Whitehouse. Well done.
Really nice job by DeMullen. She just had that little bounce pass right around the defense.
Janowski finds a backdoor cutter. Rutherford, they swing it around again. Look at the ball movement.
5 players touching the basketball in that possession.
Oh, Pieper battling for the rebound, out of bounds. It'll stay with Pewaukee.
That was incredible ball movement. They talk about how they like sharing the ball. Both teams are assist generators. They don't care who's scoring, they just care who's winning.
Rutherford sets a pick for Amy Terrian. And now Pieper on the drive. Janowski back over. Amy Terrian with a pump fake, and that's a foul. That basket won't count. That foul is going to be on Trista Feda. Impressive basket, though. I think she was behind the backboard.
That was a bit of a trick shot. And you know what? Amy Terrian puts enough time in the gym. She can hit those trick shots if she wants to.
You talk about assists a moment ago, Michelle. Both these teams set records for most assists in a Division II state tournament game yesterday. Pewaukee had 23 assists against West Salem, and then the very next game, Notre Dame also had 23 assists in their win over Wauwatosa East.
It's incredible. Anytime you have something where you're breaking records in the same division in the same year by 2 teams that are going to meet in the championship, you're in for a great night of basketball.
Amy Terrian hits the front end of the bonus. Here's another thing to keep an eye on. Notre Dame already in foul trouble. Pewaukee shooting the bonus with 8:49 to go in the first half.
I would also venture to guess that Notre Dame hasn't been in a situation where they've been down 10 this early in a game, now 9, 11. So this is a situation that's a little different for Notre Dame. Mentally, they just kind of have to work through it. It's a position they haven't been in all year.
Beta gets a high pick, now looking for a cutter.
Really disciplined high hands on that double team by Pewaukee. They just are not, they're playing everything vertical. They're not dropping their hands.
DeMullen, I tell you what, did a nice job of saving that possession. And Notre Dame gets the bucket. Whitehouse has scored the last 8 points for the Tritons. Jim Reuter didn't like how that possession was evolving. He calls a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here.
Notre Dame was able to bring that trap into the backcourt because they have the players off the court now that are having a little bit of foul trouble, so they can be a little more aggressive in their full court pressure. I think Coach Rohde realizing they are, obviously they want the players that are in foul trouble out on the court, but if they can't be, then they've got to adjust their defense a little bit to take something away from Pewaukee, and right now their choice was to extend the pressure full court. Just got to look at Coach Marissa Mosley. She has Gracie Gresh as a commit heading there from the class of 2024.
At the University of Wisconsin, that's right. Notre Dame has Trista Feda headed to Illinois State on basketball scholarship. Sydney Whitehouse going to Northern Michigan. Pewaukee also has the Terrian sisters, just juniors, but they're already Michigan State commits. And Giselle Janowski receiving Division I looks already.
Great post-entry pass.
Cooper drops it inside. Janowski posting up. And a foul. That's going to be on Gracie Gresh. So to the free throw line will go Janowski.
Giselle Janowski.
Excuse me, Michelle.
No, that's fine. Giselle Janowski's been undersized, as we talked about earlier, all season. She's the one that has to guard the center on the other team. She's the one that has to post up against it. And she just really has learned how to use her body to gain a little bit of an advantage when she doesn't have the height advantage. She's incredibly strong, and she did a great job of drawing a foul there on a very good defender, Gracie Gresh.
2 for 2 on that trip to the line. The lead is back to 11, matching the biggest of the game for Pewaukee.
Again, Notre Dame rotating so many players inside.
That's a foul on Janowski, and she was battling Gresh in the post a little too much that time. So it'll be Triton's basketball on the baseline.
Janowski actually turned to her teammates and said, "My bad." She knew that she kind of hooked her a little bit.
Her first personal, 14 fouls on Pewaukee.
Great closeouts by Pewaukee every time there's a pass.
Oh, Baie spinning both directions. Now Gresh, a three.
She is so good from the perimeter. When she does not need a lot of space. When she gets her feet set.
A 45% three-point shooter, and she nailed that one. We'll see if that gets the Tritons on a little bit of a run.
Momentum definitely seems to be swinging a little bit towards Notre Dame's way right now.
Amy Terrian trying to slow down that momentum, but here comes Notre Dame the other way. It's Baie on the push. Usual spotting up for three, and here come the Tritons.
Her first points of the game as well. Just really now they're getting into more their pace that they play, their style that they play, and they're turning over Pewaukee and definitely momentum swinging.
Baie spins, lost the handle. She got it back. And look at it, it counts. Krista Baie. And she'll go to the line to try to complete the three-point play.
We talk about how she's been here 4 straight years and has literally gotten better every single year she's been here. She led the team this year in scoring. Gracie Gresh has typically led the team, and they are both close. I mean, it was within decimal points of averages, but, you know, for Trista to take that load on the scoring this season was really allowed Gresh to do some things also.
A little 9-0 run for the Tritons. They're within 2. Here's a word from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. Well, the 2024 WIAA Basketball Championships are brought to you by Delta Dental of Wisconsin, helping protect the oral and vision health of Wisconsinites through dental and vision benefits and our unwavering commitment to communities. Learn more at deltadentalwi.com. It's a 9-0 run for the Tritons, and it happened in 56 seconds. That's how explosive they were. How they've been able to turn it around, Michelle.
Well, they just got back to doing what has gotten them here. They were way more aggressive in their full court, bringing those traps. I think they got a little rattled by early foul trouble, and again, Pewaukee just really off to a great start offensively. I think it just threw them off because that's not something they see very often. They haven't seen it since the first game of the season. So, you know, they just needed a little bit of a chance to settle down.
A nice answer by Janowski. She's up to 9 points already for Pewaukee. On the cut, Baie. Oh my! How did she get that one to go?
She's just a scorer's mentality. Anytime she slashes through, she's going to be so good at Illinois State.
Keeper on the dribble drive. Now Janowski. Whitehouse, Ontarian. Here's Janowski on the drive, and the kick. And Ontarian rattled in and out. Rebound comes off to Baie, and the Tritons will push it up ahead.
Any defensive rebound is an automatic start to their transition. They have such well-organized secondary break offenses. Fill spots so well. Very little communication needed. They know where everybody's going to be.
And that's going to be a foul on Anna Terrian off the ball. That'll be her second personal. Into the lineup for the first time for Pewaukee is Ella Opie replacing Kylie Pieper.
So now Pewaukee dealing with 2 of their starters with 2 fouls each as well. So we talked about that, being aggressive. Fouls could become an issue.
Aubrey Spitzner in for the first time, replacing Anna Terrian with those 2 fouls.
Good communication on defense by Pewaukee. Notre Dame just being very patient, looking for shot selections. Excellent ball reversal.
That was Morgan Goki, wearing number 1 for Notre Dame. First time she's been in. And now Musial with the right hand. Nicely done. And we are tied just like that after Pewaukee led by as many as 11.
Feta got the quick steal. We didn't even see it was happening, and all of a sudden there was a steal and a foul.
And so now Feta will go to the free throw line. Not only did she have 18 points the other day against Wauwatosa East, she also had 10 assists. In fact, Notre Dame had something that I don't think I've ever seen. 2 players with double-figure assists. Gracie Gresh also had 10 assists.
They do such a great job of sharing the ball. Coach T-shirts for Notre Dame say Notre Dame energy, and I think that's what came out of that last timeout that has scored this one.
And now a chance to take the lead.
Important defensive stop here for Pewaukee.
DeMullen looking for somebody, now makes the move. Here's Feta on the dribble drive, down the lane. Couldn't get it to go. Tapped away, saved. Goki in a traffic, tries to get it out of there. Took an extra step, and it's a turnover. And by the way, we talked about how Notre Dame had turnovers in those first 5 minutes or so. That's their first turnover since, so they've also changed that part of their game around to work their way back into it.
They did. They cleaned up quite a bit. I think they were, came out a little hot with trying to do things quickly, and they got back to, like you said, doing what got them here, which is playing turnover-free basketball.
And Terrian lost the handle. Meanwhile, the turnovers are coming for the Pirates now. That's their 4th of the game.
It's a long game, a lot of possessions, and lots of runs. You just got to weather through when things aren't going your way. Notre Dame did a great job of that. Pewaukee's going to have an opportunity to do that as well right now.
A second chance, but a steal. Rutherford has it.
When you're struggling with things offensively, go to your defense.
Opie kicks it across to Amy Terrian. That's her 3rd three-pointer of the game.
She got herself in position to hit that long before the pass was in her hands.
Here's another 3-ball on the way from DeMullen, and she answers, and back and forth we go between these 2 powerhouses.
She's an excellent three-point shooter, over 45% on the season. Those bench points become really important when you have some foul situations going on.
And we have another foul situation here that'll send Giselle Janowski to the free throw line. Janowski with 9 points so far. Averaging just over 14 points a game. And she'll try to extend Pewaukee's lead.
It's hard to remember that this Pewaukee team is as young as they are. And sophomore, juniors, they just have such mature court presence.
We're going to take a timeout as you can look at back-to-back threes. And back and forth we go. Here's a word from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. Scott Emmerich and Michelle Poplinski back courtside at the Resch Center. A highly entertaining Division II state championship game with Pewaukee leading this one by 2.
It's kind of how the day has gone. We've had great games, Division 5, Division 4, Division 3, and now Division 2. Looking ahead to Division 1 tonight, it doesn't look like it's going to be much different in that game either.
Yeah,
Great day of basketball.
If you're joining us for the first time, it's been an unbelievably entertaining championship Saturday. The Divisions 5, 4, and 3 games all came down to the final minute.
Well, and Division 5 had overtime, which we haven't seen in a long time here, so just an exciting day of basketball.
Here's Feta trying to squeeze through a couple of defenders out of bounds. It'll go over to Pewaukee.
Pewaukee has realized if they just get their spots and stay set, it's harder for her to spin through with body control.
Both Terrians on the floor right now. Anna has 2 fouls, so she's got to be a little extra careful wearing number 45. Opie in the drive and the kick back to Janowski. Here's Anna Terrian. Janowski got it to go. The lead back up to 4 now for the Pirates. Final minute 20 of the first half. On the drive, Mullen, no. And now the Pirates answering Notre Dame's run with a little run of their own. In the corner, 3-ball Janowski.
Nice extra pass attempt there.
Under a minute. By the way, don't forget to stick around for the Jones Dairy Farm halftime report coming up at the end of the half. Feta can't connect. Janowski comes soaring in for the rebound. And now the Pirates on the push. Lob inside to Anna Terrian, and a foul. And more free throws are coming for Pewaukee.
Giselle saw that they had numbers up the court, breaking it down in a 3-on-2 situation.
These will be free throw attempts numbers 11 and 12 for Pewaukee. They've really taken advantage of the foul situation here in the first half. As a team, 9 of 10 from the line so far, make it 10 of 11. Gress and Waldrop reporting back into the lineup now for Notre Dame. Waldrop with those 2 fouls. Resch has 2 as well.
And looking back at that West Salem game yesterday, they had 42 points in the paint. And they talk a lot about being undersized, but they get a lot of those points because they put pressure on the rim. Doesn't matter what size they are, they'll go against anybody inside. Big stop here. You have your scorers back in, Waldrop, Gresh.
So after the teams exchange 3-point shots, Pewaukee's going on a little 6-0 run to reclaim control.
Couple Pewaukee players with 2 fouls as well. They can't pick up a third one here on this possession either. They have to be careful and not too aggressive defensively, but just enough to keep them not comfortably setting up their offense.
Final 10 seconds. Whitehouse, 7 seconds. Feta with 4. Back out Gresh. Can she get it off? It's Whitehouse. It'll count. Oh, almost. Well, what a first half for Pewaukee. They lead it 32-26. They got off to the fast start, took advantage of some Notre Dame turnovers, built an 11-point lead, and now own a 6-point lead. Let's send it over to Brad Hansen, who's with Pewaukee head coach Jim Reuter.
All right, Scott, thank you very much, Coach. A lot of turnovers. You got them in foul trouble early. How do you keep that pressure on in the second half?
Yeah, all right. Energy is very good on defense right now. We got to keep it up. We got to finish the job and get a rebound every time, too. You know, too many second chance points for them, but we get stops, we get boards, and not turn it over. We just got to keep doing that.
With Notre Dame, you always know the answer is going to come. We saw that 9-0 run that they put on. How do you weather those storms when they come by?
Got to keep that poise. Stay mentally tough. You know, they're a really good team. They're going to make their runs. Got to keep the even keel. Stay tough. You know, play for 18 more minutes here. Make it happen.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Scott?
All right, we'll be back with more halftime festivities, but right now a word from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. This game hasn't disappointed, has it, Michelle?
No, it's been great. It's been back and forth, exchanging leads, exchanging shots. It's been a lot of fun to watch.
Let's show you how it went down in the first half. Our first half highlights. Actually, it was Pewaukee jumping out to an 11-point lead, taking advantage of some turnovers, but Notre Dame able to work their way back into it. Gracie Gresh for three, and then Usual hitting a three of her own. And just like that, a 9-0 run in a span of 56 seconds, and this game was tied up.
Trista Feta did a great job of finding teammates, and so can Amy Terry, and she's really good at assist generating, and Musial getting going was really key to them as the half was winding down.
Amy Terry had a terrific first half, 3 3-pointers, 11 points total. And then Pewaukee started to build a lead again. But back came the Tritons to Mullen with a three of her own. But then the sophomore, Giselle Janowski, 5 of 7 from the field in that first half. She finished with 13 points and was a big reason why Pewaukee was able to close that first half strongly and take that 6-point lead. First half stats, what jumps out at you? I see free throw attempts, a big change.
Free throw attempts, obviously Pewaukee doing a great job, as we said, pressuring the rim and getting to the free throw line, but also keep an eye on points off turnovers. That was huge for Pewaukee in the first half.
Yeah, the Tritons have 12 turnovers. 10 of those, I swear, came within the first 6 minutes or so. They were able to dial it back and get a little bit more control after that. Leading scorers, Janowski 13, Amy Terry 11. Whitehouse leads the Tritons with 8, Trista Feta with 5. And we'll be back with more second half action between these two powerhouses. The Division II state title on the line. Here's a word now from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. Pewaukee's going to begin the second half with a 6-point lead. Moments ago, Brad Hansen had a chance to catch up with Notre Dame head coach Sarah Rohde.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Coach, obviously, turnovers, fouls, the big story of the first half for you. What are the adjustments you make in the second half to kind of eliminate those out of the game?
I don't think we're being very aggressive, to be quite honest. We're playing Pewaukee's tempo. We're not playing at our tempo, and we can't allow them to dictate the tempo of the game. Like, we need to control and play how we play.
Obviously not a stage you're not a stranger to. What was the message at halftime to your girls?
Play our tempo and be aggressive. We need to get to the free throw line. We need to take care of the ball. We are just doing things, honestly, because I don't think we're being very aggressive, and we're just kind of playing into what they want us to do.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. Good luck to you in the second half. Scott.
Well, we almost started the second half with a turnover. Already a deflection for the Tritons on defense. And those are some of the same points you brought up too, Michelle, as far as Notre Dame is concerned.
Well, I think just the style that they play, they really just kind of looked out of sync in the first half, and part of it was the fouls, but part of it was also how Pewaukee was defending them. I think it just took a little bit of aggressiveness away from Notre Dame, and they just need to get back to the energy that they play with, the style that they play with.
Inbound to Amy Terrian, and now Anna. They're swinging around to Janowski on the drive. Got the roll. The lead is back to 8.
And what set that up was Amy Terrian making a cut through the lane, because you can't let her come through without having defenders' attention on her. And it absolutely set up an isolation to the rim. Coming back with their high trap again. They had success with that early on.
Usual misses the 3. Terrian outlets. Here's Pieper on the run. Gives it up to Rutherford. Counted and a foul.
That's going to be Waldrop's 3rd foul. So she spent a lot of time on the bench with foul trouble, and now she just picked up her 3rd. Great decision by Pieper. Put pressure right on Waldrop filling in.
And now a chance to complete the 3-point play for Kennedy Rutherford. She's a young lady, has an opportunity to play at the next level, getting some Division II offers, just a junior. So the lead is 10.
Again, every defender for Pewaukee is very comfortable with post defense right now. They know how to defend, they know how to tip, they know how to play bigger than they are in there.
Here's Whitehouse. Somehow got it to go. Gets it back, and it's blocked by Rutherford.
The amount of deflections on the ball in that 5-second period of time was incredible.
Here's Rutherford, a corner three. Got it! Biggest lead of the game for Pewaukee. Timeout for Cheryl Rohde and the Tritons. Here's another look at Kennedy Rutherford with the corner three. This is a full timeout here at the Rush Center, and we'll take one as well. Here's a word from our statewide sponsors. This is your WIAA network station. Pewaukee has scored the first 7 points of the second half, part of a 13-0 run that started at the end of the first half. And they've extended their lead. This was tied at one point, 26-all. So what a blitz by Pewaukee.
The game of runs, and Coach Reuter talked about they know Notre Dame's going to go on their own run again yet too, so they have to just be in the mindset of possession basketball, not just depend on the scoreboard to determine their level of effort right now. They have to keep bringing it.
Whitehouse can't connect. A battle for the rebound. It'll go over to Pewaukee. Well, much like the first half, Notre Dame, they made a couple shots in a row, one of them a three, and that turned an 11-point deficit. They were able to reel Pewaukee back in and tie it. You feel like if they could just get a hoop on the offensive end, it could turn the tide again. But we'll see. This Pewaukee team has been on fire to start the second half, just like they were in the first half. Take that, says Amy Terry.
If she's open on the top of the key and catches in rhythm, she is a high percentage three-point threat.
Pewaukee threatening a blowout, the three-time defending champs. Gresh drew the contact and a foul. That'll be on Janowski.
Nice job by Gresh. Attacking. Notre Dame can't stop going to the rim. Just because Pewaukee's closing out on the perimeter like they are, and because the three-point scoring has always been so strong for Notre Dame, they have to be willing to play the game at the rim also, because that's what Pewaukee's giving them, is an opportunity to show their size advantage inside.
Gresh is the team's second leading scorer, averaging 17 a game. She has 4 here today.
She's a contender for Miss Basketball for a reason. She's an excellent player, has had a great 4-year career. This is the Notre Dame pressure they can bring with their energy.
Now Janowski in the quick drive down the baseline. And we're going to have an offensive foul on Janowski.
And all of a sudden now she's sitting at 3 fouls. And yesterday she got in foul trouble and had to spend some time on the bench. So that's something that Coach Reuter needs to be watching for too. She can't pick up her 4th foul right now. That's their best defender.
They wiped the foul off. It was a travel. So okay. Janowski still with the 2 fouls. Just a turnover on Pewaukee on that last possession. Now Musial double teamed in the post. Kicks it back out. Feda spotting up for 3. Long rebound to Rutherford.
Out by Rutherford.
Pirates on the run. Janowski gives it up to Pieper. They swing it around to Anna Terrian.
Sydney Whitehouse is playing incredible defense on Anna Terrian. Anna had a great game scoring the other night, and she only has 2 points right now. Credit to Whitehouse for just really pressuring everything around her.
Great save by Janowski. Now some contact, ball loose, and the Tritons come away with it. Here comes Feda on the run. Inside, Rush lost it, saves. Who's got it inside? And the foul. It's going to be on Pewaukee. Amy Terrian asking for a little help. Maybe I'll scratch down on her leg, but at the free throw line is Kaya Waldrick.
Anna Terrian has been an excellent defender in this game, and she's now at 3 fouls. So Coach Reuter having to make a decision about how long to have her in there. Obviously with Anna and Amy, they need them in the game as much as possible, but Anna right now having blood tended to her.
So now there's a little bit of discussion here between the officials and the Pewaukee bench as Amy Terry was getting a little fix-it on her leg, some bandages.
Coach already had a right to ask that question. She's got a free throw shooter right at the line. It's kind of icing the shooter to not have the game. But I don't know that that's on Pewaukee. That might be on just the official not giving the ball to the free throw shooter because technically she doesn't.
So now they're discussing a little administrative thing that Amy has to step out.
Yep, that's the right decision. If you have to have a game delayed because of a player injury or treatment for an injury, if they're not going to sub her out, then they have to sub her out for at least one possession. That's a great game administration by the officiating crew.
Good catch by the officials. Ella Opie checking in for the moment. And now Waldrop to the free throw line. Waldrop, just a sophomore. Coach describes her as the strongest player in the program and an outstanding athlete.
She had double digits early in the Wauwatosa East game yesterday. She has really taken huge steps forward this year.
But a missed opportunity at the free throw line there.
Notre Dame ramping up their pressure.
Janowski back out to Rutherford. Rutherford with a spin. Kicks it back out. Opie. Opie again in the corner. Now Anna Terry.
Trista Feta is such a great defender, but Kylie Pieper is keeping her real busy running through the lane. And Feta leads the team in steals, and she's not getting a chance to really come off of her very, very long.
And now Pewaukee running a little bit of clock as we approach the 13-minute mark here. Triton's defense tough on this possession.
They're doing a great job of just veering everybody off the line. They're trying to drive. They're not giving up straight line drives. Not giving up anything on the three-point line. Great possession defensively for the Tritons.
Yeah, Janowski couldn't connect. Deep pass down to Waldrop, who lays it in. And a foul.
That pass came on a dime to Waldrop. That was a beautiful pass.
Well, watch
that is
it again.
what Gracie Gresh does so well. She can run that point guard in transition position.
On a dime is right, because Rutherford was right there defensively.
Yeah, Pewaukee did everything they could to get back. Rutherford's a fantastic defender. That was an amazing pass by Gresh.
Waldrop completes the three-point play. So the lead is down to 11. It was 16.
Again, Waldrop on the top of this full-court pressure has to be really careful, sitting with 3 fouls right now. Lots of game left.
Amy Terrian, that's a long three, and a long rebound. Comes out to Whitehouse.
Anna Terrian going to work on whoever's inside.
Waldrop posting up Janowski. Spins to her right. Still loose, and now Janowski comes out of it with it. Amy Terrian on the run. Backdoor cut to Anna Terrian. Offensive foul. And that's 4 fouls now on Anna Terrian. Take another look.
That's hard. We don't have a charge circle. I know that everybody wants us, not everybody, but a lot of people want us to have the charge circle. There is the college charge circle on the court, but that isn't part of the administration of offensive fouls in the high school game.
Yeah, that charge circle that you're talking about is that semicircle underneath both baskets, used in the NBA and in college basketball, but not in high school. It's used to help the official gauge the secondary defender and where they're at. Big hoop there for Notre Dame. And now momentum swinging the other direction.
This is one of the storms Coach Reuter needs his team to weather through, especially with one of his main players in foul trouble. Others need to step up, stay calm, do what they've done, similar to what Notre Dame has to do also.
Janowski backing down Musial. Offensive foul. Musial holding her ground. 3 fouls now on Janowski. Jim Reuter not happy. Initially, I thought it was the right call.
she was set, then she moved a bit, then she got set again. So it's just the judgment call of the official on if she was set at the point of contact.
Now Waldrop, stolen away by Janowski. Quick hands.
Pewaukee continuing to cause those turnovers for Notre Dame. That is just not something that we've seen be an issue for Notre Dame in the past.
Rutherford, no. Rebound shot. No, but a foul. And now send Maddie Chabot to the free throw line. She's just checked in for the first time today, the sophomore, making an impact right away.
And that's the 4th foul for Waldrop. So now you've got 2 key players with 4 fouls each. 1 on each team.
For the 2024 WIAA Basketball Championships are brought to you by the Jones family, making breakfast sausage, bacon, ham, and more right here in Wisconsin since 1889. Visit jonesdairyfarm.com. Timeout here at the Rush. Pewaukee leads by 11. Here's a word from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. By 11, Notre Dame head coach Sarah Rohde in her 13th year leading the program. And you see where she ranks most coaching titles all time, trying to get to number 6 tonight and be the first team to get to 4 in a row.
A lot of incredible coaches on that list with her.
Talked about how she knows what's at stake. The team knows what's at stake, and she called this team perhaps her best team of all the last 4. And a lot of it has to do with that terrific senior class.
Absolutely. They just know where they're going to be on the court. Like, there's very little communication needed because they just know how to play so well with each other.
Opie had it blocked inside, deflected. Beta comes out of there with it. Can she scoop it? Yes. Beta to the basket. Beautiful step through.
There was absolutely nothing Giselle Janowski could do there. She has the foul situation that she does. She cannot pick up a 4th foul in that situation.
And a lead that was 16 back down to 7. Are these 2 heavyweights just trading punches?
Now you see some physicality coming a little bit from Notre Dame on how they're defending inside too. I think they've adjusted really well to how the game's being played.
Chabot in the corner, and now Rutherford. The Mullen on her.
Chabot just a sophomore also. I mean, this is a big stage for her, and this team is young, but they play hard and they're experienced.
Watch Trista Feda on the other end. The balance.
I don't know if you have 5 fouls if you can stop that, but you certainly can if you're sitting with 3.
Amy Tarian with Whitehouse on her, and now Amy will reset the offense for Pewaukee.
Whitehouse has done an incredible job on Anna Tarian all night. Now she's face guarding Amy Tarian, trying really hard not to let her get a look.
That was all the way down for Rutherford. She hit one earlier, almost knocked down another. And now the Tritons a chance to carve into that lead again. It's Feda.
Her ability to use her body and pivot as a guard inside is just incredible. Her footwork's great.
It's a 13-2 run now for Notre Dame. And now a chance to cut into that lead some more. DeMullen on the drive, off the glass, inside loose. Rutherford comes out there with it. Up ahead, Chabot with Feda back. Chabot blocked out of bounds. Oh, they're going to say it's Notre Dame basketball. Take another look at this.
Chabot did a great job of kind of wrangling it in. Feda setting up the offense now. Looking at a little bit of an overload. Watch Gresh put pressure on Janowski inside.
Backdoor cut. Usual. Got it. Three-point game.
That's the kind of thing that can only be done when you've played a lot of basketball together. That timing was impeccable.
Timeout. Jim Reuter in Pewaukee. This will be a 30-second timeout. Watch the pass from Gresh backdoor to Musial.
Talked about how incredible she is as an assist generator for the Tritons, and Gracie Gresh just showing how she can just place it exactly where the transition finisher needs it to be.
Well, here we go. Does Pewaukee have an answer now? Both teams have had answers for big runs. Pewaukee led by 16 at one point, so now we're looking at a 15-2 run now by Notre Dame to get themselves back into it.
And a big thing with that is Anna Tarian doing a heck of a job defensively tonight, and with 4 fouls, that's Notre Dame's gone on a 10-2 run with her on the bench. That's a tough decision for Coach Reuter. You see how much you need her. You have to decide at what point can you risk possibly losing her for the rest of the game, because Notre Dame's going to go right at her if she comes in.
Yeah, and she's really good defensively, and she's super aggressive too. And now Anna Tarian makes her way to the scores table, so she'll be checking in at the next dead ball. If you're the Pirates, though, you're looking for a way to slow down momentum.
Notre Dame doing a really good job of using their length on the perimeter. Really just keeping Pewaukee away from going downhill.
Janowski gets downhill a little bit. Now Tarian breaks free inside. Give Janowski an assist. And Amy Tarian is now up to 16 points. She leads all scorers. Baie tries the baseline. Hits the deck. No call. We're headed the other way.
That was great defense by Opie.
Rutherford spins. Janowski in the corner.
You can tell she kind of wants to look at taking the shot, but that's a lot of length with Gracie Gresh guarding her.
Keeper in the drive. Kicks it out. Rutherford!
Rutherford is beyond her season average right now. She's really doing a great job for Pewaukee, up to double digits. 3 players actually on the court right now with double-digit scoring for Pewaukee. Balanced attack.
The Pirates got that answer to that 13-2 run by the Tritons. The lead back up to 8. Usual on the left-hand dribble drive. Cut off by Rutherford. Little double team help. Feda inside, open as Whitehouse.
Sydney did a great job of letting her guard know exactly where she was.
Whitehouse now in double figures with 10. Janowski lines up a 3. Long rebound, comes out to Opie. A reload for Pewaukee. Rutherford inside, challenged by Feda. Bodies hit the deck, they play on. Feda on the push, slicing through the Pewaukee defense and threw it to the front row. Back and forth we go. Here's a word now from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. Well, the 2024 WIAA Basketball Championships are brought to you by Rural Mutual Insurance Company. Premiums paid here, stay here to keep Wisconsin strong. A proud sponsor of the WIAA Rural Mutual Sportsmanship Award for over 50 years. Score by half, dead even here in the second half. And for a moment there, it looked like Pewaukee was going to pull away, led by as many as 16 points.
Both teams making the decision at the 5-minute mark here to roll the dice with Anna Tarian and Kaya Waldrop with 4 fouls, both on the court. Gracie Gresh taking a quick breather, letting Waldrop go to work inside for a little bit.
Backdoor cut, Usual. Blocked.
Great pass by Feda, but great defense by Pewaukee as well.
Tarian, a three. Couldn't get the bounce. Whitehouse has the rebound. Tritons have numbers, 4-on-2 if they want it. Pirates get back now. Here's Fade on the pump. Drive, feed, Waldrop.
That's why you roll the dice with her for the last 5 minutes. She's so good at short corner into the rim.
6-point game, just over 4 minutes to go. Tarian, corner three. That's long. Battle for the rebound. Out of bounds. It will stay with Pewaukee.
Sydney Whitehouse is working so hard on both sides of the ball. She's drawn tough matchups as a defender, and offensively she has just been really steady. She's been the one taking care of the ball and just kind of trying to get things calmed down.
Waldrop battling Janowski in there, not wanting to pick up her 5th foul. There is a foul down there, but it's not on Waldrop. It'll be on DeMullen. So free throws coming for Janowski. Janowski with 15 points so far in this one. And now a chance to extend that lead back to 8. Sarah Rhodey wants a timeout, a 30-second timeout. And she has some strategy to talk over, some under 4-minute kind of strategy here. What do you think she's talking about with her Tritons?
Well, they are really finding a lot of success when they can just extend that pressure full court and just really look to put pressure on Pewaukee bringing the ball up. What they're running into a little bit of trouble with is when they're collapsing in the lane, Pewaukee's been able to kind of sneak someone behind. So they have to get comfortable with their defensive look, and I think subbing Gresh back in right now and hopefully leaving Waldrop in as well will give them 2 posts to kind of split on offense, and then also to have 2 post defenders inside the paint on defense.
You get some of the fans and the festive atmosphere. I tell you what, it's been a great vibe all day here at the Rec Center. As you get a look at Jim Reuter. Jim's dad, Tim, was the boys coach at Pewaukee for 30 years there. Rich family tradition at Pewaukee for the Reuter family. Janowski hits the second free throw. The lead is 8.
You have to love seeing all this support for the girls' state tournament. And, you know, we've had great crowds in our sessions and just lots of energy. It's gotten a little tense in here, which is awesome because that means it's 2 teams and 2 communities fighting.
They skip it across. Musial left open for 3. Got it!
Took her a while to get going offensively, but she has been steady the whole game for Notre Dame.
She's up to 10 points. The lead down to 5 for Pewaukee. On the drive, Opie had it blocked by Gresh. Great help side defense.
Having those 2 post defenders inside is really a good option for Notre Dame right now.
Opie would have been a big 3. Keeper, I beg your pardon. That's who it was, launching the 3 from the corner.
They look so much more comfortable with their inside-out game now.
Here's Fada on the spin. Inside Waldrop. Guarded by Tarian. Couldn't get it to go. Loose on the floor, out of bounds. It'll belong to the Tritons. Timeout here at the Rec Center. We're set up for a great finish. Here's a word from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. Well, this game falling right in line, Michelle, with the other 3 championship games we've seen. Close, down to the wire.
Notre Dame really needs to look to put pressure on Pewaukee right now. They've got multiple players with foul situations, and Notre Dame is so good getting to the rim. They've just got to continue to attack.
Fada to set up the offense for Notre Dame. Whitehouse looking inside Waldrop. Amy Tarian on her. Waldrop gifted to go. 3-point game.
She is so good in the paint. They had over 50 points in the paint against the Prairie School.
Baie picks the pocket and scores. We're down to a 1-point game. Keeper double team. Deflected out of bounds. It will stay with Pewaukee. Let's watch Baie in the quick hand.
She is so incredible defensively, and she's always thinking to score right out of any turnover that she forces.
Rutherford on the cut. Usual on her. Rutherford spins and scores.
Great patience and footwork by Rutherford.
She's up to 14 points. 2 minutes to go here at the Rush Center.
Waldrop going at Therrien is an interesting matchup right now. Both players have 4 fouls. Therrien being a little less aggressive, off ball.
Cross the handle is Baie. Rutherford has it. Nearly traveled. And now Keeper.
Great poise by the sophomore to just slow things down.
Rutherford working on Waldrop. Waldrop holding her ground. That's going to be a foul on Baie.
Fouls right now, neither team in bonus. So Pewaukee still has 2 to give before, or 1 to give before bonus, and Notre Dame has 2. So they can afford to be a little aggressive as long as it's the players that aren't in foul trouble right now. And Baie definitely one of those.
Tritons with 14 fouls. Pirates with 5. Into the lineup now. Goki replacing Waldrop.
And that's probably because Notre Dame does want to be very aggressive with this defensive possession. Can't give up straight line drives, can't give up looks at three-point line.
Quick timeout for Jim Reuter as Janowski was in trouble. This will be a full timeout with 1:21 to go. Each possession here is so crucial. We mentioned it before. Notre Dame chasing history, trying to become the first team to win 4 straight state titles. Beaver Dam had a chance to do it a few years ago. They were going for their 4th in a row, but then the COVID season came up and they weren't able to finish the girls' tournament here.
Yeah, that was for Coach Tim Chase and Beaver Dam, that was really an unfortunate and difficult thing that they had to do, but he was so classy. He, handled it really well, and what can you do? At that point, we did what we needed to do as far as the tournament, and they didn't get that opportunity.
Well, here are the teams that have three-peated in WIAA history, led first by those great Milwaukee, Washington teams, led by Pam Cruz in the mid-90s, Tuba City, led by Jeff Bustina, Flambeau in the mid-2000s, and then I just mentioned Beaver Dam. Notre Dame trying to stand alone atop, be the only 4-peat.
Just an incredible accomplishment if they can achieve that tonight. Pewaukee's going to do everything they can, though, to not make that happen. They've been working hard on this for the last 3 years.
All right, 1:21 to go in this one. Inbound to Rutherford. Now she's in a bit of trouble. Finds Amy Therrien.
Great job spacing things out. Really making that double team come at you.
Well, loose, and we're going to get a foul. That is going to be on Goki.
They're spacing the offense well, but they're getting dangerously close to the half-court line, and that's intentional. Notre Dame wants them to be in a situation where they can use that half-court line as their third defender in a trap, or the sideline as a third defender. So it's really important that Pewaukee keeps the ball away from the half-court line, keeps the ball away from the sidelines, and as they space it out, they have to be mindful of those court situations too.
Quick hands by Baie again, knocked it away from Amy Therrien. Keeper on the inbound, now Amy Therrien. Baie on her, and there's a hard reach-in foul. Just the 16th foul on Notre Dame, so no free throws yet. 1 minute to go here. Janowski getting by Whitehouse, double team. Carrion brings it across. Pieper in the middle. Janowski.
The more they can keep the ball in the middle of the court, the better it is with this pressure from Notre Dame.
Now we will get free throws for Pewaukee. It's going to be Janowski to the free throw line, where she is 5 of 6 on the day. She is an 82% free throw shooter. Bonus situation. Sophomore looking like a senior at the charity stripe.
She's taken the most free throws this season for Pewaukee. I think she ended the season with 110 free throw attempts, and the next closest is 64, so she's comfortable at the free throw line.
2 big ones there for Pewaukee. They lead it by 5 with 50 seconds to go. This will be a 30-second timeout for the Tritons. So we mentioned Notre Dame chasing history. The other part of this equation, Michelle, Pewaukee has lost to Notre Dame in each of the last 2 state championship games. They want to clear that hurdle. And in talking to Jim Reuter earlier this week, he said, yeah, it's a motivator to get back there and play them and beat them. But the expectations, even though they've been high, really haven't been a burden. They know who they are. They're loose.
They are super comfortable with playing the style that they play, being who they are. And again, if you notice, every time there's a dead ball situation on the court, you have the 5 players on the court coming together, hugging like in a tight circle. Like that's a very representative of how they've gone through this season. They have a tight circle within their team. They block out all the other noise and they just focus on what's going on in their circle. 50 seconds is a lot of time for a team like Notre Dame. I think we talked about how many points they scored in about 15 seconds earlier in this game. So they can definitely get back this lead.
Down to 40 seconds. Feda on the drive. Picks it out. It's usual. May have been partially blocked. Loose ball. Rutherford has it. Rutherford finds Janowski. And Janowski is fouled by Gresh.
Both teams coming together right now. Both teams really depending on each other. I just love seeing that on a state court.
Back to the free throw line goes Giselle Janowski. Pewaukee has never trailed in this game. There have been 3 ties. She'll get another.
Now you start counting up possessions and how many possessions it takes to get back into it. 28 seconds, still enough time.
But this would make it a 3-possession game. 6-point lead. Here comes Feda. Slash, partially blocked. Pieper comes out with it. Now Tarian. And a foul. And the folks from Pewaukee can sense it. Amy Tarian will get another. It's now a 3-possession game. She has 17 points in this one. For 2. The lead is 8. 15 seconds to go. Feda, a rainbow 3. Out of bounds. Saved. No. Usual stepped out of bounds. It'll go over to Pewaukee with 5 seconds to go. The inbound, the pass up edge to Janowski. And the third time is a charm. Pewaukee knocks off Notre Dame for the Division II state title.
What a moment. Notre Dame has only lost 2 games this year, and both have come at the hands of Pewaukee.
And the same score, 60-52, the exact same score as the season opener. We'll be back to hand out some trophies right after a word from your local station. This is your WIAA network station. The Pewaukee Pirates are the state champs in Division II in 2024, ending Notre Dame's 3-year reign atop. Time now to hand out some trophies. Here's our PA announcer, Jim Strick.
The WIAA Board of Control invites you to participate in the award ceremony for these 2 fine teams that have just completed their tournament competition. Making the presentation today to the Division II teams will be Board of Control members Corey Hinkle from Luck, Willie Chambers from Blackhawk, Jill Stober from Waterford, and Mike Humke from Dodgeville. They'll be assisted today by Kate Peterson-Abiad, Assistant Director of the WIAA, and Stephanie Hauser, Executive Director of the WIAA. Will the players from Notre Dame Academy please come forward as your name is called to receive your individual awards. Morgan Goki, Kendall Ronsman, Paige DeMullen, Marley Atkinson, Krista Feda, Sydney Whitehouse, Kaya Waldrop, Hannah Greisen, Peyton Musial, Aspen Abel, Addison Simpson, Destiny Webster, Gracie Crash, Jocelyn White, Lydia Moore, and will coach Sarah Rohde from Notre Dame please come forward to receive the team trophy. And will the players from Pewaukee please come forward as your name is called to receive your individual medals. Ronnie Chaba, Kendall Pieper, Vanessa Johnson, Ava Denzine, Kylie Pieper, Ella Opie, Giselle Janowski, Maggie Ratellis, Emma Graff, Kennedy Rutherford, Kaylin Schaefer, Amy Terrien, Anna Terrien, Maddie Chabot, Aubrey Spitzner, And will Coach Jim Reuter from Pewaukee please come forward to receive the team trophy.
Pewaukee led by 6 at the half. Then they went on a big run, 7-0 run to start the second half, 13-0 overall. They led by as many as 16 points. Giselle Janowski was sensational.
They just really had the same game plan to start the game as they did to start the second half. And they just brought a ton of energy those first 3 to 4 minutes and kind of got Notre Dame on their heels, which is not something they're accustomed to.
Amy Terrian with the finish there, and then inside it was Rutherford. Now Notre Dame eventually made a run and came back. There you see Pewaukee grabbing the gold ball, and all is good in Pewaukee. All is good with Jim Reuter and a couple of his stars. Brad Hansen is standing by with the Division II state champs.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. A very pumped up Pewaukee crowd here. Giselle, this is a familiar foe on a familiar stage. This time you get to hoist the gold ball. How good does that feel?
It's a dream come true. I mean, it's amazing. It's a team effort. Our team played amazing. We fought for 32 minutes, 36 minutes, whatever it is. And it was just amazing. I'm so proud of our team. It is all for them.
Amy, the first thing you did after you celebrated as a team, the two of you brought that gold ball out to the crowd. What is this community support meant to you guys?
It means it's everything to us. They help us game in and day out. Get us a lot of fans there. They needed a gold ball. They were sick of silver, and we got the job done.
Very nicely done, Coach. Your Tyrion girls and your Janowski right here, they are the leaders. How good is it for you to see them get the chance to hoist the gold ball?
I'm so happy for them. They've earned it. They put in so much time. They're so tough. So much poise. I mean, they've earned this thing for sure.
All right, Pewaukee, go celebrate your gold ball.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations very much. Pewaukee, the winners of Division II. Scott?
Thanks a lot, Brad. And not only that, they bring back just about everybody from this team, and they're ready to make another run next year. Let's check out those game stats for you as well and show you how Pewaukee was able to close this one out. And I would say free throw line was definitely crucial.
They did a great job of getting to the rim and finishing at the free throw line. They fell a little bit behind with the three-point goals, but you know, honestly, the turnovers by Notre Dame played into the points off turnovers for Pewaukee.
And that was especially key in the first half when Pewaukee took the lead. And leading scorers in this one, we won't get leading scorers. We'll get Amy Terrian, by the way, with her 37 points. Led all scorers here in Division II. It's the third straight year she has led Division II in tournament scoring. Nobody has ever done that here at the state tournament. Truly a special player.
She is a special player, and if you listen to that interview, it brought tears to my eyes. That's a player who literally loves this team and this program, and so yes, this is an individual accolade, but she'll be quick to deflect what her teammates do.
4 down, 1 more to go. Arrowhead and Nina are on the floor warming up right now. They're getting ready for the Division I state championship. We'll have that for you coming up shortly. Michelle, great working with you again this year.
Thank you.
All right, back up to Keegan upstairs.